The House will come to order. Danelle Espinoza from Urupe Jesuit High School will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hello, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Randall, please call the roll.
Representatives Arndt, Baisley, Beckman, Benavides, Byrd, Bockenfeld, Bridges, Buck, Buckner, Buckner,
Excused.
Winteo, Caraveo, Carver, Catlin. Coleman. Cutter. Duran. Escar. Representative Escar.
Excused.
Exum. Galindo. Garnett. Geithner. Gonzalez Gutierrez. Gray. Hanson. Herod. Hooten. Humphrey. Jackson. Harquez Lewis. She's here. Kennedy. Here. Kip. Kraft-Tharp. Landgraf. Larson. Lewis. Liston. Lontine. McCluskey. McKean. McLaughlin. Representative Escar is present. Representative McLaughlin. Belton. Michelson Janae. Mullica. Mullica.
Excused.
Neville. Pelton. Rankin. Rankin. Ransom. Rich. Roberts. Roberts. Sane. Sandridge. Singer. Sirota. Snyder. Soper. Sullivan. Tipper. Tatone. Valdez A. Valdez D. Van Winkle. Weissman. Representative Mullica is present. Williams. Wilson. Madam Speaker.
Here.
So it's just Buckner then? Just Janet? I don't know. Just Buckner. Yeah.
With 64 present and 1 excused, we have a quorum. Representative Baisley, there you are.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I move that the reading of the Journal of Wednesday, January 9, 2019 be dispensed with and approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
Members, you probably didn't hear the motion. You did, thank you. That the journal be approved and corrected as corrected by the Chief Clerk. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. No. The motion is adopted. Announcements and introductions. Representative Landgraf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm waiting for my partner in crime.
You got this.
Members, I can stand here until you listen.
Members,
you.
can we have quiet in the chamber for announcements and introductions?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today at 2 o'clock is your opportunity to come and learn what drives the costs of pharmaceuticals. It's a question that has been plaguing the chamber for years. This is your opportunity. 2 o'clock, downstairs, 107. We've got a great lineup of speakers, starting with pharma, insurance, PBMs, and now you all know what a PBM is, and ending with pharmacies. And then, of course, the consumer. Well, I'll see you there.
I love that coat. It's great. I like the whole combo.
Any other announcements and introductions? Representative Arndt.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good women of the 72nd General Assembly, I need your attention, please. Good. So last year we had a very successful Capitol clothing swap, and we are going to be bringing that back this year. And after we had it, I had so many members say, I never heard of that. So we had put something on your desk and made announcements. So this year, if you didn't participate last year, the idea is to bring professional dress that you will no longer use, and we're inviting aides and interns and ourselves, and we will have wine and cheese in my office. And what we do is we swap around clothes, and I would like to reaffirm that Representative Buck is the reigning MVP of the clothing swap. And I didn't have time this morning, but I was going to ask her to be my Capitol Clothing Swap co-chair. She's in. So we are planning it tentatively for mid to late February. So start collecting clothes and bring them to the Capitol, and we'll have a good time and get our aides and interns well dressed, and ourselves too. Thank you.
Any other announcements? Representative Liston. Carlin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and congratulations to you on being the speaker for this upcoming session. I'm sure you'll do a great job.
Thank you, Representative Liston.
Members, I always like to, give good news from time to time. And last week was a kind of a crazy week, and a lot of crazy, wild market gyrations. But there's been some good economic news, and not only here in Colorado did we see great Christmas sales here in Colorado, which was a good sign of consumer confidence, but Friday, just a few days ago, we saw some outstanding economic news on the national front. Fellow members, in case you missed it, non-farm payrolls increased by 312,000 jobs. 312,000 jobs, imagine that. That was almost a 50% increase over the 5-year average that we've seen. And it only gets better. Average hourly wages rose by 3.2% in 2018. That was the highest in 10 years. So there's been no denying that our national economy under President Trump continues to rock and roll. And that, Madam Speaker, is today's good economic news. Thank you very much.
Representative Weissman.
Thank you and good morning, Madam Speaker. I will take up the challenge of going point for point with my colleague from El Paso County about macroeconomic data some other time, but I did want to say just a reminder for judiciary members, we're not going to be meeting today. Use the time to good effect. We will get going with informational presentations and bills next week. Please watch the calendar for more.
Representative Kennedy.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Members of the State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee, we are not meeting this afternoon. Our first meeting will be this coming Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. where we have 2 bills up. Keep an eye on your calendar and we'll talk more about it soon.
Any other announcements and introductions? Then we will move to consideration of resolution. Introduction of resolution. Mr. Randall, please read the title to HJR 1004.
House Joint Resolution 1004 by Representative Garnett, House Senator Fenberg, concerning changes to the joint rules of the Senate and the House of Representatives regarding oversight responsibilities of committees of reference.
Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the rules be suspended and HJR 1004 be given immediate consideration.
The question before the House is to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of HJR 1004. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion is passed. Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, HJR 1004 is the resolution that is regarding oversight of committees. We changed the names of certain committees, therefore it changes the jurisdiction and the oversight of departments and agencies. So with that, I move that HJR 1004 be adopted.
The question before the House is the adoption of HJR 1004. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, say no. HJR 1004 is adopted. Mr. Randall, please open the machine for co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Majority Leader Garnett.
It's announcements and introductions.
Yeah, we're just going to go to...
Members, two quick things. One, remember the final titles of your bills are due today. One more time, the remaining two titles of your 5 are due today, and the final 2 bills of your first 3 need to be finalized and are due tomorrow. Keep in mind that today is the State of the State, so please return to the chamber by 10:45 to be seated and hear a message from the governor. It's a joint session. After the joint session, you are free to go because we will leave the desk open for us to conduct a little bit more work. But other than that, Madam Speaker, I move that the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will be in recess until later today.